everyone, welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today, we have our very first Age of Sigmar 3.0 battle report for you with the Beasts of Chaos, which I'll be playing against my little brother, who's going to be playing the Stormcast Eternals. Now, these are older Stormcasts. They're going to be the Sacrosanct Chamber Stormcast. We don't have the new ones on the channel just yet. Maybe one day we will soon. But until then, we're going to be playing the scenario Burn and Pillage, which is sort of like a Scorched Earth, or better part of Valor style scenario for the new edition. This is one of the 3 new battle plans that is inside the core rulebook. We'll be playing a matched play game, so this means we're going to have drops to determine who gets to choose who goes first, and we're going to have the battle traits and the grand strategies and all that sort of stuff. This is our very first game of Age of Sigmar 3.0, so let's see how we go. Let's see what we think of it. It should be a ton of fun. Let's get looking at the armies. And so here we have our Stormcast Eternal, 750 points. We're going to be playing in the Hammers of Sigmar sub-faction. Our general is going to be a Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger, and then he has to have, obviously, the command trait We Cannot Fail and the artifact, the Godforged Blade, from the Hammers of Sigmar. The mount is going to have the mount trait King Lord, and he's going to have the spell Thundershock, which is a -1 to hit spell. The Evocators, 5 of them, they're going to have Celestial Blades, and another hero, we're going to have the Lord Veritan, who's going to have the Prayer Divine Light. For our singular battle line unit required for this side's game, we've got a unit of 5 Sequitors, and then we've also got a Celestar Ballista. We're going to have the Evocators and the Sequitors in a battalion alongside the Lord Arcanum. This battalion is going to be the Battle Regiment. That's going to give us the ability to use some of the command abilities without having to spend a command point once per game. And here we have 750 points of Beasts of Chaos. We're going to be playing in the sub-faction Allherd. And so, the Shaggoth, he is going to be our general, and he's going to have the command trait Dominator and the artifact, the Blade of the Desecrator. Both of these he's required to take due to being in the Allherd. He's going to have the spell Hailstorm, and then our Brace Shaman is also going to have the spell Tendrils of Atrophy. For Battle Line, we've got a unit of 10 Ungor, and for our other units, we've got 2 units of 10 Ungor Raiders, a unit of 10 Bestigor, and a unit of 3 Dragon Ogres. Everything in the battalion can form up and create the battalion called the Battle Regiment, meaning we're going to be a 1-drop Beasts of Chaos army. Let's get into deployment and see how the armies deploy. One last thing we forgot to mention is our grand strategies for the game. The Stormcast Eternals have gone for Sever the Head. This means they need to kill all the Beasts of Chaos heroes, and the Beasts of Chaos have gone for Vendetta. They need to keep their general alive, which is the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, and kill the Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger. Let's go deploying. Alright, so we're deployed now on the table. You can see the new board size for 750 point games now. So, in the front, we've got 2 units of Ungor Raiders screening out the army. We've got our 10 Ungor there at the back with the Brace Shaman behind, and all next to our Herdstone. And on the other flank, we've got the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, who has our general, along with the Dragon Ogres. The unit of 10 Bestigor are in ambush. Opposing us, we've got 5 Evocators with the Lord Veritan on this flank. And then on the other flank, we've got the Celestar Ballista, the Sequitors, and the Lord Arcanum supporting them. So, Beasts of Chaos finished deploying first because they are a 1-drop. So, they're going to give the first turn to the Stormcast. Start of the hero phase. The Stormcast Eternals heroic action is going to be Heroic Leadership. So he's going to roll a dice, and on a 4+, he's going to gain another command point. On 4+, he does. So that puts the Stormcast up to 3. Because their general's alive, they've gotten 1. They also got 1 because they're going first in the turn. The Beasts of Chaos are currently on 3, and we're going to use Heroic Leadership as well. So on a 4+, no. Our one does not go off, but we remain on 3. Because we've got 2 for going second in the turn, and 1 because our general is on the table. With that, let's go into the hero phase proper, and we're going to choose our agendas for the turn. So, Stormcast Eternal's battle trait for the turn, he's going to have Break Their Spirit, and he's picking this unit, so he needs to try and destroy that unit this turn. First spell for the turn, though, the Evocators are going to try and cast Empower on themselves. And, oh, they got an 11. I'm going to let that one pass because I don't think I'm going to get the Dispel on that. So the Evocators have Empower off. The Lord Arcanum is going to try and use Arcane Bolt now, so try and roll for his cast. He got a 5. That goes off. So I'm going to try and dispel that with my Bray Shaman. Stopped. So that does not go off. And then last for the turn, we have the Priest who can try one of his prayers. So the Veritant is going to use the generic prayer Bless, and it's going to go off on... Nope, fails to go off on a 2. With that, that's the hero phase done for the Stormcast Eternals, so it's going to go into movement. Movement-wise, Lord Arcanum charges up. He's outside of 3 now, hoping to try and destroy the unit that he's trying to destroy. Sequitors just consolidate on their objective, and on the other side, the Evocators do the same, along with their Veritant there as well. So with that, it's going to be shooting phase. So shooting phase, Celestar Ballista is going to shoot the Ungor Raiders. So he's needing 5s to hit. 2 hits. So now to see how many shots they explode into. 2d6, so 8. Ouch. And 3's 2 wounds. Oh dear, that could be terrible. I don't have an armor save against that, so that's just going to be 8 Ungor Raiders dead. Ouch. Celestar Ballista has shot them to pieces. So, charge phase now. The Lord Arcanum is going to charge into the last remaining Ungor Raiders. He's in with a 6, so he's going to go smash them to pieces. And so, I'm going to spend a command point with my Beasts of Chaos to do Unleash Hell from the Ungor Raiders here. So, we're going to hit at -1, so the Sergeant's going to hit on a 4. He hits, and the rest are going to hit on 5s. We've got 3 more hits in there. And then we're going to wound on 4s. 1. So 1 armor save on your Lord Arcanum.
Is that a...
3+. Saves it. Doesn't even care. Cool. So to make sure his Lord Arcanum gets the job done, he's going to spend a command point for all-out attack. It's putting him down to 2 command points, meaning he's going to get +1 to hit. Alright, so Lord Arcanum attacking the Ungor with his Aether Stave, needing 2s. All of them hit, and 3s. 2 wound, they go straight through. That's going to kill the last 2 Ungor Raiders there. So you're going to get the points for that. Alright, so end of the Stormcast Eternal's turn. He scores 1 victory point for having 1 objective. He then scores another victory point for having 2 objectives. And he also scores 2 victory points for completing his battle tactics. So 4 victory points for the Stormcast Eternals this turn. So, start of the Beasts of Chaos, turn 1, hero phase, heroic abilities first. I'm going to use heroic leadership again. So on a 4+, I get another command point. I do not. Apparently we're not that heroic of leaders. Stormcast Eternals going to use the same one, heroic leadership, 4+. And they get it again, going back up to 3 command points. So they're going to be able to do some stuff this turn. With that though, that's going to go into the hero phase proper. First of all, we're going to try and cast Tendrils of Atrophy from the Bray Shaman into the Lord Arcanum. Goes off on a 9, so you can try and dispel that. You need to roll 2 dice and get a 10 or more. Do not. So here's -1 save. Then the Dragon Ogre Shagoth is going to cast Summon Lightning on the Dragon Ogres. Does not go off on a 4, so fails to cast. So with that, that's going to be the end of the Beast of Chaos hero phase. So we're going to go into movement and we'll come back after all of it's done. Our battle tactic as well is going to be Repel. We're going to try and destroy the Lord Arcanum this turn. End of our movement phase. So the Bestigors have come on from ambush. Ungor Raiders have moved up. And we've just shifted the Ungor and the Bray Shaman across there. The Dragon Ogre is moving up as well to try and nab that Lord Arcanum, and our Shaggoth is moving up on the other flank, keeping the objective in our control for the turn. With that said, we're going to go into shooting. Alright, so he's going to use a command point to give himself all-out defense on the Arcanum in the shooting phase, and so I'm going to shoot him with the Ungor Raiders. Sergeant hits on a 3, misses, and the rest of the units here is going to hit on 4s. And we're going to wound on 4s. 2 wounds on your Lord Arcanum. He has a 2+ save at the moment. Saves them both. So he takes nothing. So with that, shooting is over, and we're going to go into the charge phase. Charge phase, Bestigor are going to charge with a 3. So we're going to spend a command point to try and re-roll that to get them in there. It's an 8. And with that, the Bestigor fail by an inch. So we're going to try with the Dragon Ogres next. Dragon Ogres charging. They get 11. They're in. So let's go smash with them. Start of the combat phase, we're going to use the command point. So I'm going to choose to use all-out attack and giving me +1 to hit. And the Stormcast are going to use all-out. So attacking with their Draconic Warglaives at first. They're going to need 2s to hit, thanks to the +1 to hit. Yeah, they miss. And then they're going to need 3s to wound. That many armor saves, -1, so this is going to be a 4-up armor save on him. Fails 3, it takes 3 wounds so far. And then they're raking 4 limbs, 3s to hit. All hit. 4s to wound. 3 wounds. And we're not going to kill him this turn, so that's unfortunate. And he passes all his saves like a boss. So, Beast of Chaos. We're just going to get 2 victory points this turn because we're going to control 1 and then control 2. And that is it, because we didn't complete our battle tactic. 4 attacks with the Aether Stave back from the Dragon Ogres. He hits once.
I thought mine were 2, but I think
3s. And then 3s. Wounds. Armor save. Failed. Damage D3, so roll a dice to see the damage. For 1. And then you've got your attacks from your... 3 attacks from your mount. All hit. And 1 wound. No, failed that as well. So take another point of damage. So we take 2 on the Dragon Ogres. And so with that, that is the end of the turn. And so we're going to go into the priority roll. So Beasts of Chaos are using black dice. We got a 6. You got a 5. That means Beasts of Chaos are going to take the double straight away. Let's go for it. So start of the hero phase. We start working out command points, so he goes up to 3, I go up to 2. We've both got our generals, and then I'm going first with the Beast of Chaos. So that's why I've got 2, and why he's got 3 for Stormcast. Now, I'm going to try and use the leadership, heroic leadership, on a 4+. We get an extra command point. Finally, we get 1. So that puts us up to 3. And then he's going to try heroic healing on his general. So he needs to roll 2 dice. And roll equal to or lower than his bravery. Preferably lower. 7. 9 for his bravery. So he heals D3 mortal wounds. So roll 1 dice. Heals 3 wounds. So he's only taken 1 now. So we're going to gain another primordial call point, putting us up to 2. And then we're going to decide we're going to sacrifice some beastmen this turn. So we're going to sacrifice D3 Ungor for 3 of them to give us 5 primordial call points. So we're going to knock off 3 of them. We're then also going to spend a command point, taking us back down to 2, to give ourselves another primordial call point from the Allherd's ability. So we're going to go with Tendrils of Atrophy again into the Lord Arcanum. Goes off on a 10. You can try and dispel this if you want.
Yep.
So you need to roll an 11 on 2 dice. No. It goes off. So he's -1 save. He's actually going to be -2 now as well. Because of he's in range of the Herdstone's ability now. And then we're going to use Hailstorm and ourselves for the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. Doesn't go off again. He's not a very good wizard. With that though, that's going to be the end of our hero phase and go into movement. Alright, so our battle trait for the turn that we chose was Slay the Warlord, so we're going to try and kill him again and try and get the points again this time. Move the Bestigor up. The Ungor Raiders have jumped into some cover, and then we've also summoned on 10 Bestigor, just protecting our Shaggoth, because our thing is trying to kill his general but keep ours alive. So we don't want it going off into those evocators. We tried to summon the Bestigor at the backfield to try and maybe keep him busy and get the jump on him, but didn't succeed. He's just got his backbone entirely zoned out. It's a little bit hard on the smaller table size for the small point games. So we spent all 6 of our primordial call points now to bring the Bestigor on. So let's go into some shooting. Alrighty, so we're going to go with these Ungor Raiders. We're going to shoot into the Lord Arcanum. The Sergeant hits on a 3, misses. And the rest of the units hit on 4s. And wound on 4s. 1 wound, 1 armor save, 3+. Saved. Ting. With that, that's shooting over, so we're going to go into charges. Alright, so charges. Bestigor are going to charge into the Lord Arcanum. 4, that's going to see them in. Just. And so this is how we end up with the charge on the Bestigor. So we're going to get to pick our first unit to fight. We're going to go with the Bestigor into the Lord Arcanum. Start of the combat phase, Stormcast though are going to use a command point to give themselves all-out defense. We're then going to issue a command onto the Bestigor and we're going to give them all-out attack. Right, so the Bestigors with +1 to hit, they're hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, thanks to their hatred of order. Reroll all the 1s, all the 2s can go away. Reroll the 1s. And then we're going to wound on 3s. That's a really good roll for the Bestigor there. 3s to wound. Wow, that's a lot of saves to make on him. So, 4+ save now. Roll that one. So he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to die. And with that, that is the end of the Beasts of Chaos turn. So we're going to score 1 for having more control of 1. 1 for having control of 2, and then we're going to score an extra 2 for completing our battle tactic, taking us up to a total of 6. Right, so start of the phase, heroic actions. He's going to try and use heroic leadership. Get that command point on a 2+ now because your general is dead. 2, so he goes up to 3 command points. I'm going to use heroic leadership for the Beast of Chaos as well. This is going to take me on a 4+. Nope, fail again. It turns out it's really hard to lead Beast of Chaos. They're not that, brave. Anyway, into magic. So the evocators over there, they're going to try and cast Empower on themselves. Goes off on a 10. I'm going to try and dispel it. So I need 11 on dice. Do not get it, so it goes off. They can re-roll to wound now. So the Lord Veritant is going to try and use Divine Light. And he's going to target one of my units to get reroll 1s to hit. So, go. Right, 1 dice for the prayer. Goes off. So now you get to pick a unit within 18 inch of him to give Divine Light to. So the only target they had available was the Dragon Ogres. So now all these units are going to reroll 1s to hit against the unit of Dragon Ogres. And with that, hero phase is over, so onto movement we go. And so, end of the movement phase. The Sequitors have moved up. Evocators have moved up with the Veritent behind. All going to try and smash in the center here. Let's go into shooting, though, for that Cellstar Ballista. And sorry, forgot to mention, battle tactic for the Stormcast. Eternals this turn sees the center. So he's trying to get all these models into the center here. So, Cellstar Ballista is going to shoot the Bestigor. 4 shots, hitting on 5s. 2 hits, so they turn into 2d6 wound rolls. For 7. So now you've got 7 rolls to wound to make. And they need 3s.
Yeah.
So Ren 2, that means I'm going to have a 6-up save on the Bestigor. Save none, so it's going to be 5 dead Bestigor. Ouch. So, charges. Which unit are you going to charge with first? Evocators? Evocators first? 2d6. They got a 7. They're in. So the Evocators here are in. And now charging with the Sequitors. A 7 as well. So they're in as well. So the Evocators are going to attack first into the Dragon Ogres. They need 3s to hit. And then 3s to wound, but they do get to re-roll. So you can re-roll those 2s there. Another once. This is saves for the Dragon Ogres, -1. So these are 5-ups. Saved 1, 2, cocked dice. So 1, 2, 3 saved. So that means we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Ouch. And now he's going to use his Lightning Arc ability. 4+ is mortal wounds to the Dragon Ogres. So that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mortal wounds to the Dragon Ogres. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 1 Dragon Ogre left with a wound. So Bestigor going to attack back into the Sequitors we piled in. So there's 4 of them in combat. So we're hitting on 4s. And wounding on 3s. So 5 wounds on your Sequitors. So you have a 4+ save, re-rolling 1s. So no 1s to re-roll. So 1 Sequitor goes down, and then 1 takes a wound. Right, Sequitors into the Bestigor. The one with the non-Grand Hammer, she needs 3s to hit, re-rolling, so you can re-roll that 1. And then 3s to wound. No rend on this one, so 4-up saved. And then you've got, what have we got? We've got 3 Grand Hammers there, so it's going to be 7 attacks. The Grand Hammers. They're going to need 3s re-rolling from empowered weapons. Good thing you had re-rolls there.
That was garbage.
It's better. And then 3s to wound. Ouch. These are -1, so we're needing 5s, got none, so that's going to be 10 damage. They're dead. Battle Shock phase. I'm going to use my 1 ability to use the Battle Shock ability, Inspiring Presence, to keep that Dragon Ogre in the fight. That reduces me to 0 command points, but it is the end of the turn anyway. Stormcast, though, they're going to take the center ground, and they're going to have control of 1, 2 objectives, so that means they're going to get another 4 points, taking them up to 8. So, priority, I got 5, means you need a 6. And he got it. Stormcast on the double. I'm assuming you're taking the double turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Expected. Stormcast on the double, so let's go. CP generation, though, for the turn. So, Stormcast are going to generate just 1 because their general is dead. And I'm going to generate 3 in total because my general is still alive and I'm going second for the Beast of Chaos. Heroic action for the turn. I'm going to go with trying to generate another command point. So on a 4+ for the Beast of Chaos. Gets 1, finally. So we go up to 4 CP for the battle round. Stormcast Eternals, what are they going to try and do? On a 2+, he's going to try and generate another command point for that hero to use. And he does, so the Veritan's got a command point that he can use. With that said, it is time to use your spells. So the Evocators can use Empower again. 2 dice, trying to roll above a 5. They've just got it. I'm going to try and dispel them though, which I do. So no rerolls to wound for the Evocators this turn. So Broken Ranks is also the battle trait he's picked for the turn. Sorry we're not picking them right at the start of the turn. We're still getting used to it ourselves. So means he's going to be the unit that he's going to try and destroy in my starting army. And then the Veritant is going to use his prayer. So Divine Light on a 3+ goes off. 1 dice. Goes off. So you're going to have to pick one of your units to be reroll 6s. I have to against your unit. Or you can pick one of my units to give you rerolls against my unit. And so he's chosen to make his Sequitors. I have to reroll 6s to hit against his Sequitors, keeping them a little bit safer. With that, that's the end of the hero phase though. I'm going to go into movement. And we'll come back after all of it's done. Alright, end of the movement. Nothing there can move because the Dragon Ogre is in combat with it all. But the Veritant, he's going to try and fight those Bestigor. We'll see how that goes. Though, into shooting next. So the Celestar Ballista shooting into the Ungor Raiders. 4 shots, hitting on 5s. Get 2. I mean, you've got that every time. That's really good rolling for that Ballista. Turns into 2d6. Into 8. So now you need to make 8 wound rolls. On 3s. I'm going to get an armor save. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm only +2, and that is Ren 2. So they go straight through, so that's 4 dead Ungor Raiders. So, the Lord Veritan's going to try and charge into the Bestigor. Let's see what you get. 8. Will that see him in? Yep, that'll get him in. Yes. So he smashes down. And I'm guessing you're going to pick him first to fight before he dies.
Yeah.
Right, so the Lord Veritan's going to use +1 to hit. He's going to do himself all-out attack, spending that command point that he's got for himself. And then he's got 4 attacks.
Hitting on 3s.
3s to hit.
Do I reroll once?
No. And 3s to wound. So they all wound, so they're -1. So these are 5 ups. Yeah. Save none. That's 6 dead Bestigor from him.
He did bits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch.
I'm surprised.
So Dragon Ogre into the Evocators. 4 attacks. 2 hits. And 1 wound, 1 save on the Evocators.
That's a
4 up. Saved. Clawed 4 limbs. Actually, no, it's not. -1, so it's going to be a fail. So you take 1 damage. Clawed 4 limbs. 1 hit. No wounds. So just 1 damage on the Evocators, who are now going to mince him.
Does it matter who? Or?
So Evocators into the Dragon Ogre then. 21 attacks. Come on, he's got 1 wound left. You are currently 3s to hit. 3s to wound.
Okay, yeah.
And so that means I've got to pass all of these on 5s. And do this. No, I can't.
You saved 1. 2.
Saved like 2. He's dead. Right, so the Bestigor have piled in. They're going to go into the Veritan. 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s. So we've got 3 hits and 3s to wound. 2 at -1 into the Veritan. So that means he's got a 4-up save. Save 1, takes a wound. So Shaggoth is also piled into the Veritans. We've got 3 attacks with his Stormrod Axe. 3s to hit. 2 hits. And then 3s to wound. 2 wounds. -1. 4 up. Save 1, takes 3 points of damage from that though.
You got 6.
So he's taken 4 altogether. We've then got my Sweeping Tail with D3 attacks. For 3. Hits on 4s. hits once, wounds on a 3, doesn't wound, and then Talon forelimbs, 3s to hit, 3s to wound, 1 more, -1, so 1 out of 4 up, saved. So the Veritant is good. With that though, Battle Shock test at the end of the round, end of the turn, I'm going to spend a command point using Inspiring Presence from my general. So that's going to ignore their Battle Shock test. You're going to score 1, 2, and we might actually have to measure here. I think though. Oh no, you haven't taken it.
Yeah, but don't
So,
get 2 more because I killed the best goal.
Yep, so you're going to get 4 again because you're going to get 1, 2, and then 2 for completing your battle tactic. Alright, so start of the Beast of Chaos, turn 3. I'm going to choose Conquer as my battle tactic, taking an objective off my opponent that they control. I think I've got that one pretty wrapped up and easy. So with that said though, let's go into heroic actions. I'm going to choose to... what do I want to do? I'm going to do... generate a free command point on my Bray Shaman. So on a 4+, I get an extra command point for him. I do. And then, what do you wish to do with the Stormcast? And he's going to choose Finest Hour on the Veritant, giving him +1 save, +1 a wound, hoping it helps him survive. With that though, into Magic proper, or actually, generating our herd point, our faction points, the primordial core points. So we generate 1. I'm then going to spend the CP I generated from him, from the leadership, and generate another. So that puts me to 2. And then we're going to sacrifice D3 Ungors for 2. So that's going to put us to 4. So 2 more Ungor goes stab stab. But we are at 4 primordial core points. Then we're going to go into magic. So we're going to try and cast Arcane Bolt at the Sequitors. Goes off on a 9, so you can try and dispel that if you wish.
2 dice.
You've got to roll a 10 on dice. You've got an 11. Yep, dispelled. And then the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, he's going to use Cool Lightning. That fails again. He has not cast a spell all game. So, anyway, that's the end of the hero phase. We're going to go into movement. Alright, end of the movement phase. We just put the Gores in front of the Bray Shaman, screening them out. Ungor Raiders taking that objective, and we've summoned 10 Chaos Warhounds into the backfield there, taking that objective. So we control all the objectives on the board now. So we're going to get our battle tactic at the end of the turn because we're going to control an objective, and we're also going to burn one later as well. But for now, it's into combat. We're going to try and kill this Veritant before he gets to use that Finest Hour. His Finest Hour is going to be dying. Alright, so Shaggoth is attacking, and we've just found out he's in range of the Herdstone. So that means he's -2. Because you can be -2 save. It's the only thing where they don't say you can't stack negatives. You can only get +1 save, but you can always negative saves worse than that. So, with that, Shaggoth's attacking. 3s with his Stormroad Axe. They all hit. 3s to wound. They all wound. Your Finest Hour is going to be dying. 4 up save, fail 1. He passed them all. Oh! If he had not had his Finest Hour, he would be dead. So, I then got D3 attacks from my Sweeping Tail. It's not over yet. Only 1. I don't think I'm going to kill him. Hits. Doesn't wound. I'm not going to... Oh, I've got 2 attacks. They both got a hit. They don't. And it wounds though. 1 at -1. Fails, so he takes a wound. He's on his last wound. However, he's going to attack the Bestigor, I'm assuming, to make sure they can't kill him.
Do I get that objective?
Forgot to say as well, he's using all-out attack, so he's +1 to hit as well. So 2s and 2s with his attacks into the Bestigors.
Reroll once.
Nope. Oh dear. You can still kill him though. 2, -1, 5 ups. Failed on both. That's all 4. Bestigor dead.
Lucky.
So his finest hour, it was pretty good. Looking a bit dicey there, but he got it. So that is going to be it for the Beast of Chaos, but we're going to score a ton of victory points this turn. Right, victory point count up. So I control 1 objective, that's 1 point. I control 2, that's 2. I control more than my opponent, that makes for 3. Now, after I've scored this victory point here though, I'm going to burn this for D3 for an extra D3. So 3 plus D3 for 2, that's 5. I then also got my battle tactic for taking an objective off my opponent, that's 7. So I gain 7 victory points this turn. So that puts me up to 13. Going into priority for the next turn, Beast of Chaos 13, Stormcast Eternals 12. And I don't have any of my summoning points because I used them. So priority, red for Beast of Chaos. We have a 3. You need a to equal 6. Stormcast get the turn. They needed that. So heroic abilities for the turn. On a 2+, he's going to use his heroic commander. Get a command point for himself. He does, because he's not the general, so he generates it on a 2 because he gets +2 to his 4+ roll. And then I'm going to use the same ability, so I'm going to give myself a command point on a 4+. Got it as well. So both our heroes have a command point. So Magic Evocator is going to cast Empower, which they need a 5 cast. Or double 6. I cannot actually stop that, so it goes off. Nothing I can do about that. And then the Lord Veritant is going to use his prayer. So on a 3+ Divine Light. Goes off as well. So do you want to either make me reroll 6s to hit you, or give you rerolls to hit 1?
6.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's going to take the defensive buff on himself. I need to reroll 6s to hit him. So that's it for the hero phase. We're going to go into movement. And so the battle tactic for the Stormcast as well is going to be Conquer. He's going to try and take control of an objective that I control. Right, into the movement phase. So Celestar Ballista remains there, but the Sequitur is coming down to try and get my Bray Shaman. And the Evocator's on the other side going to support the Lord Veritant. That's it for movement, though. We're going to go into shooting Celestar Ballista. It's going into the Ungor Raiders. So we've got 4 shots hitting on 5s. Oh, we got 3 that time, so that's 3d6 wound rolls. Oh, that's gross. That is 12, 17 dice needed. Oh, I feel sorry for those poor Ungor Raiders. They are mincemeat. Alright, wound rolls, you just need some 3-ups, and they just, yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, okay. Discount it. Okay.
They're dead. So, charges then. Sequiturs to charge, you're needing not a very long charge here, so 2d6. 10, they're in. We'll move them. Sequiturs end up there, and then we've got the Evocators charging. They're going to need something decent. 6.
Oh, I don't think they did. It was a 7, I think.
Yeah, because they've got to go around. Yeah, nah, they're not going to make it. Could use a command point. You've got one command point to re-roll it. You're going to need, for your charge, 6. Yeah, you're going to need a 7 to get in. So, 7. No! Lost his command point.
1-0.
So, that's that. Combat. I'm guessing you're going with the Veritant first?
Yeah, come on, Veritant.
Combat phase, he's using all-out attack. I'm going to spend a command point and do all-out defense on the Ungor, though. So, let's go with the Veritant. 4 attacks, 2s to hit. No. 3s to wound. 2 go through, though, and saved 1, so I take 2 wounds. So, Ungor into the Sequiturs. 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. -1. It's gone. Oh, re-roll your 1 because you saved. Nope. So that's going to kill a Sequitur. So, empowered weapons, the normal Sequitur here, she gets 2 attacks, 3s to hit, re-rolling, both hit, 3s to wound, both wounds. So we've got +1 save on this, so we've got a 5-up save, fail both. So we're going to take 2 dead Ungor. And then you've got your 5 attacks from your Grand Hammers. So 3's re-rolling. All hits, ouch. And 3's to wounds. All wounds, ouchie. No 6s, the Ungors are dead. Brave Shaman's then going to attack. 1 attack, 4's to hit, hits, 3's to wound, wounds. So -1, so this is a fails. So it's going to be D3 damage for 1. So Stormcast, you do take control of the objective near the Herdstone. So that is going to mean you get control of that. So you're going to get control for 1 objective, you get 1 victory point, and then you completed your battle tactic for another 2. So you're going to get 3 victory points this turn. Do you want to try and burn it? Alright, so Beast of Chaos turn 4.
Oh, there is more turns anyway.
So, heroic actions. What do I want to do? We're going to heal on the... Actually, we're going to go Finest Hour on the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. So he's going to have +1 a wound, +1 save on him. And then our Shaman is going to try and generate a command point on a 2+. Oh wait, no, we've only got 1 hero we can do it with. So yeah, Finest Hour on the Shaggoth. So, I've got a primordial call point. I'm then going to spend a command point to give me another. So that puts me up to 2 primordial call points. And then the Brave Shaman is going to stab himself for D3 wounds. 3 to give me more primordial call points. So, with that, we're going to go into some magic. So the Brave Shaman is going to use Arcane Bolt on the Sequiturs in front of him. Goes off on an 8. Do you want to try and stop this?
Yeah.
So,
8?
Yep, so you need a 9. Stopped. Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is then going to go with Summon Lightning. Does that go off? I don't think he got that one off either. Summon Lightning is a 7. No, he fails to cast again. He's not cast a spell all game. So that's hero phase over. We're going to go into movement. Right, end of movement. So, Great Brave Shaman's staying there. We're going to try and kill those Sequiturs. Brought on some Ungor Raiders with 4 primordial core points, leaving us at 1. The Shaggoth moves up. Chaos Warhounds move up as well. And now, let's go into some shooting. So, Sergeant hits on a 3. Hits. The rest of the units hit on 4s. 4 hits. And then 5s to wound, 4s to wound, 1. So 1 armor save on the Sequiturs. Fails, so takes a wound and kills her. Also of note, my battle tactic for the turn is seize the center. So we're going to go though now into charges. The Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is going to charge. He got a mighty 8, so he's in. Chaos Warhounds are going to charge as well. Not with a 3, they're not. So that's that. He's going to have to kill the Evocators to get me the points then. So we're going to use a monstrous ability from the Shaggoth. He's going to do his Stomp. So on a 2+, we do D3 mortal wounds. So got the 2+, D3 for 3 mortal wounds. We kill an Evocator by stomping on their face.
Any?
Yeah. So 1 Evocator has died, and now the Shaggoth is going to attack. So empowered weapons on the 2 Evocators. 3s to hit with their 5 attacks. Re-rolling that 1. Still misses. 3s to wounds. All wounds. This is just going to ignore my armor, so that's just going to kill him outright. He goes squish. And then the Evocator gets to attack, so 5 attacks from the Evocator champion. 3s to hit. And 3s to wounds. All wounds. So I've got +1 save, so I'm down to a 3-up, back to my 4-up save. Take 2 damage. Then you roll 2 dice. And on 4 pluses, mortal wounds. So another 2 mortal wounds, so I take 4. So it puts me on to 6 taken. Right, so no command points for the Stormcast. So on a 5 or 6, the Evocator runs. 1, he's fine. Which means I do not get my battle tactic because I do not have more, I have equal. So that means I'm going to get 1 for 1. And 1 for that one as well. So I'm going to get 1. I'm then going to get 1 for having 2. I've still got more than you. So that means I'm going to get 3. And I'm also going to burn that objective as well. So I'm going to get 3 plus D3 victory points this turn. For 3, I'm going to get another 6 victory points. So that puts us on 18, 19. So, priority 4, turn 5. I got a 3. Stormcast got a 5. We'll have a think about this and we'll come back. So, start of the turn. First of all, he's going to have Slay the Warlord as his battle tactic for the turn for Stormcast Eternals, who are taking the turn, by the way. Stormcast Eternals taking the first turn in turn 5. However, I'm going to do some healing on the Shaggoth. So, 2d6, that's under my bravery, so I heal D3 wounds. Heal 2. So we're now only taking 4. So now we've got 6 wounds left. You have to do 6 damage to kill my Warlord.
So he does 1 damage.
Alright, so hero phase, Evocator, he's going to try and cast Empower on himself. 2 dice. Needs a 5 on the 2. Gets it. I need to beat that with a 9 from the Shaggoth. I got a 10, so he doesn't reroll to wound. That's it for the hero phase though. Movement. Movement's all done. Sequitors have just pretty much zoned out the Ungor Raiders, meaning I now need to fight them, and even if I do, I'm probably not getting the objective. That's it for movement though, because the Evocator's in combat, so shooting. This is important.
3.
So, Celestar Ballista, shooting the Shaggoth. 3 to hit. Hits. Does D6 hits. 1 high on this. 1. 3 to wounds. Wounds. -1. Failed, so I take a wound. So I've taken 5. The Evocator can kill him. And so he's going to get 1. He's then going to burn it. So roll D3 to see how many points you get. For 3, you got the most you could. So that's another 4 victory points for the Stormcast Eternals.
Oh, I draw.
No,
I don't.
But the Beasts of Chaos have a turn to go. Start of the hero phase, heroic action. I'm going to try and heal the Shaggoth. 2d6 is not under his bravery, so he doesn't do anything actually, because the 10 is over his bravery. So doesn't heal at all. And then we're going to try and cast some spells. So I'm going to try and cast Arcane Bolt at the Sequitors. Goes off on a 9. So it's going to do a mortal wound to the Sequitors. I'm going to pick Broken Ranks as my battle tactic as well. Destroying an enemy unit that started in their army. So we've got these 2. So let's go into some shooting. So champion for the Ungor Raiders. Misses. And the rest of the unit... 4s and 4s. So 3 armor saves on your Sequitors, who fail 2 of them, meaning the champion's on a wound. Actually, you're in range of the Hearthstone. That fails as well. They're dead. And with that, I'm just going to end my turn. So I'm going to score 1 for having 1, and then 1 for having more than you. I can't score 2 this turn, but I did complete my battle tactic for 4, and then that's it for the turn. So I get another 4 victory points. And that is the end of the game. So I'm also going to score for my grand strategy. My general is alive, yours is dead. Another 3 victory points on top of that as well for my grand strategy. And you're not going to get yours. So in the end, it's going to be 6, 12, 18, plus 8, 24, 2, 6, 12, 23. Wow, that's close. No, that's closer than it seems. That doesn't right. Sorry, really bad at math on camera there. 26 to 19. Beasts of Chaos take the victory. Well, thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so by joining our Discord server, which you'll find a link to in the description of the video. And while you're on YouTube, why not go check out my featured channel section on the channel, where there's a bunch of other fantastic Warhammer Age of Sigmar content creators doing everything from painting videos, lore videos, tactical videos, and more besides that as well. Lastly, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone who helps support the channel financially. Thank you to our Patreon members, Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lull, Outer and Shot Furs, James Crowder, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dynet226. Thank you to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Fire Titan, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Loch Lorick, and Matt Mollum. And a special thanks to everyone who helps the channel, like our fantastic channel artist, Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the channel art you've been seeing lately. And thank you to Xmorphic, who does a fantastic job help moderating and run our Discord server. If you'd like to come help support the channel like these fine people do, you can do so by following the links in the description to either Patreon or YouTube members, or grabbing yourself some Sinful Gaming merch in the link to our Teespring. Thank you all for watching. Once again, stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.